We're here at John O'Quinn Field. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Arizona Wildcats and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the Arizona head coach told me pregame he is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Miller with the ball. Sees an alley. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Got enough for the first down. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it. I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Straight ahead, it's Miller. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Third and long right here. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Gonna take a shot. And it's caught inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Going for 6. And they will score. Touchdown, Arizona. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. On the return, it's Hudson. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Sanford. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Might as well run him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Trying to squeak through the pile. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Offense facing 4th down.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. He's at the touchdown, Wildcats. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
To the air, it's Henderson. They'll run the screen. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Tough to give up those penalty yards in that situation. Now it's just 3rd and 6. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Blasted as he lets it go. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. To throw, it's Rivers. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They'll run this play from the pistol. Looking for room, it's Sanford. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Hand off again. He'll be dropped.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Out wide right, it's Sanford. Makes a grab and room to run. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Trying to run, it's Sanford. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Rivers. He's going to let it go. Goes high to pull it in. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the gun, it's Miller. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Let's chat a little big picture Arizona. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
He splits the uprights, and now the lead is even bigger.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Arizona offense coming onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game, make them feel you, keep them off balance.
Looking for a man, it's Rivers. Got his man down the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Arizona comes out with another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before a huge gain and the first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Right side, it's Jordan. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They go to the counter. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Trying to do it himself. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll try to move the chains on third down from their own 20. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on third down from their own 20. The give is to Miller. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
The Wildcats have it in scoring position on first and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You got to be impressed with this offense and how they've been able to run the football and move it down the field, just being more physical in the trenches and getting some push. And leading by 3 right now down here in the red zone on third down, I'm not so sure they won't run it again or give it to their running back in space and see if he can make something good happen.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
The Cougars are going to use their third and final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Running inside, it's Miller. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the number 7 team, the Arkansas Razorbacks.
They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43.
And it's the Razorbacks on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the American Conference.
They'll need a bunch on second down. The give to the lone running back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And I've been impressed with this defense physically. Like, their physical domination of the line of scrimmage. Just the run game has been pretty non-existent so far. And, man, when you control the run game, a lot of times you can control offenses.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Looking down the middle. Complete to the left. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe...
Makes the catch, and he's free. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big going catch, and he's down at the 5.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too, getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing, if I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catch is there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
Good, right down the boulevard. The lead down to just 3, 20-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Miller with the ball. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll run him again. Turning it on. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Sells the run, wants to pass. Still looking to his right. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Looking to throw, it's Rivers. Just a short pass to the tight end. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the Wildcats are facing 3rd and inches. Churns into the pile. Got a little grass. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And the pressure continues to now shift towards this defense. And running backs had a great day today, carrying the football. They know they've got the lead late in the game. How aggressive do they want to be? And especially defensively now, what's your answer for this ground game? Because it's been really good today.
Drops back on first down. Unloads to the right. It's a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Arizona going back to work with another first down. They'll run it. It's Miller. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Long way to go on 2nd down. From the gun, looking for a man. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Oh, pressure's coming, and he gets rid of it.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Gonna run it. It's Warren. Can't get him to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. One final play before the end of the quarter. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quick give. It's Miller. Got the first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Runs through the tackle. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Sets his feet, it's Rivers. Caught, it's Ross. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Out wide right, it's Warren. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Hits inside, it's Miller. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Plows through the defense. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Back to throw, it's Rivers. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Right side, it's King. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free. But the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride. Snags it and he's open. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Henderson. Out wide right, it's Turner. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
A spectacular one-hand grab. Houston wants to play fast.
Well, that's about as impressive as a short gainer catch as you're ever going to see. I mean, didn't get the first, didn't go very far downfield, but it was pretty lucky. Caught it with one hand. I mean, I guess there's that.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Gonna take a shot. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Breaks into the open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Tight end now in motion. They're going to ride this running back. Enough to move the chains. All by himself down the middle. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The run inside. It's Miller. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. The give is to Miller. Uh-oh, look out. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Cougars are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. The Wildcats use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. And he got it! Huge 3 points to make it a 2-possession game.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Still looking. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy that, remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to you.
Changing the routes with his receivers. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down.